Hello, hello! Perfidious Beat here, the most swagful seeker to ever swagger through the sinful swamps of Perfidiousest Manor in Darkest Dungeon. This right here is my swag. All the vampires are on me. Swag. Everybody pay attention. This right here is my Perfidious swag. Alright, so admittedly, it fell apart a little bit at the end there. But you know what? I'm tired of talking like Frankie Muniz's classmate from Malcolm in the Middle anyway. Who, by the way, I would say pains me to point out, but that's not true. It actually thrills me to point this out. That kid, Soldier, I bet the Malcolm in the Middle kid, I bet he pulled more ass than you could even dream of, Soldier. In the early 90s, early to mid 90s, that kid was rolling in poon. I'm telling you. Why do you think he was so out of breath? Because he spent all his time fucking. Swag. Maybe that's why Soldier was so out of breath in that video. He spent so much time chasing that chick in the pool. And, by the way, failing to catch her. He just couldn't catch his breath when it came time to record. He ran like 14 miles that day. The whole time she was in front of him going, "Ew, get away!" That's why I am so breathless. I really need to work my cardio. Swag. Alright, well, let's get ourselves some more swag here. Man, these guys with the... I'm thinking maybe we should just go heavy onto the courtesan because Minuet and some of their guard abilities make them very irritating to deal with. She's gonna make this little guy guard her. He'll step in front of anything we throw at her, so let's do this. Now that she has forced the guard and not used a more dangerous ability, we'll go for the double poison, and that... man, we're one short of fatal damage on that guy. She got us with the horror. Alright, that's unfortunate because that shit does a lot of damage. Speaking of a lot of damage, though, we got a pretty good damage roll out of our hit there, and we got a little bit of that stress back to boot. Not to be confused, of course. I'm swagful like Soldier Boy. Don't confuse me with was it YG who sang Toot It and Boot It? Don't confuse me with those guys. I don't toot it and boot it. If I fart, I own up to it. Be like, did you toot it and boot it, Pete? And be like, no. I mean, I got the tooted it part down, but I'm still right here. Right, I forgot that guy was being guarded. Oh well, it's not really a big deal. Let's have you drop a train on that man. Now we're down to 2 enemies. Okay, we can come back from this. We took a little bit of extra damage from this Chevalier, which I don't necessarily relish, but we can get it back. Kill the courtesan. This guy's already got some blight damage ticking on him, so we've got to start. He is still back in the 4th rank, which is problematic, but without any buffs from the courtesan, his overall damage output is pretty minimal. You guys are both craving, right? Yeah, all right. Let's have you devour some stress from Perdita. Honestly, we should probably be having you throw some heals, too, now that I think about it. We're going to have you... You know what? You're the one person who can actually hit this guy for some damage, and that is fatal damage as well. You know, next turn. Subterranean Skewer. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Critical Malvolio. That's exactly what we wanted. Thank you. I mean, the stress part is unfortunate, but we wanted him taking the damage, and in fact, we can afford to heal. A little bit of free stress relief. 32, 22, 37. Alright. How much are you bleeding for? 3 per round for 5 rounds. We're going to want to cure that. Let's have you heal his stress. A critical stress heal. Beautiful. Then we're going to have him devour Perdita's stress. Perdita, actually, I think we'll go targeted heal. Because what we want to do is we want to cure that bleed. Actually, how big is your bleed? Yeah, just 3 more. So you are going to throw a heal? No, don't heal. Devour stress. Vastly more important. And then I want you to cure his bleed. The 3-point heal is a little unfortunate. That actually puts us over the top. The craving itself speaks through me. Okay. Thanks for the extra stress, though. Appreciate it. Let's grind some of that down, and we'll do another... Oh, we don't have... I thought we had fatal damage on this guy. Ouch. Alright, well, that's a back-to-back critical, and that hurt a lot. I'm very salty. But this is definitely fatal damage now. Yeah, the guy is good. He's definitely going to die now. So directed heal at you to try and get some of that 17 back. Cure the bleed.
Compassion is a rarity.
Also get a little bit of heal out of that. You are going to... I mean, your stress is actually pretty high. Just keep grinding on our boy here. We're getting big stress swings out of this. We basically get 2 for 1 on that stress heal. Got a vial of the blood. Well, we can't carry it, but what we can do is drink it. So let's do that. I am the Fury. I will drink from my enemies. Very Ramsay Bolton of you. Something's got to go here. Alright, here. Eat this. I can't believe I'm about to eat a whole stack of food. We haven't actually needed any food as of yet, though. I want this gold. That's an entire stack of gold. I'm not leaving 1,750 gold just lying on the floor here. Not gonna do it. This map is too big to even fit in the box. I really wish there was a way we could just make the map auto-center on us. Oh, good. We have a hallway fight on the way back. Even when I know those traps are there, I can never manage to spot and disarm them. Oh, we got surprised. That's very bad. And yet somehow we still went first? That's weird. Dodging the maddening wine. That's nice. And we can stress heal from any position, so let's go ahead and do that. Chew up some stress. Right, you can't do anything, so we're going to have you reposition. This actually might prove to be an overall positive fight for us. We might come out of this better off than we came in. We're definitely going to come out with less stress.
Eradicated.
There we go. And 1,250 gold that we can't carry.
Momentum.
Now, this... I'm sorry, you gotta go on the floor. Could you have all of my gold henceforth exclusively come in ruby form so that I can stack those up, please? This is actually a pretty tough fight. What a Chevalier and a Slavering Ghoul. Alright, let's start working over the Ghoul. We're more concerned about the stress than the damage. We have not had any trouble keeping pace with damage to this point in the dungeon. Just go ahead, yeah, I really like this guy. It does bonus damage to him because he's unholy. Okay, taking a bleed for 5. The Slavering Ghoul continues to... okay. Hey, Othello, though, could you at some point take a hit that is not a critical? Like, just once, maybe don't get critical. Oh, we got stress relief. Alright. 16 big damage. Subterranean Skewer.
Mortality clarified.
No, that's fine. Every single hit is just a critical now. The enemy's auto-critical, I guess, is what we've learned. If you were gonna do... your guys aren't even... like, one of you has bloodlust and the other one is not wasting. You're just craving. Give yourself a big heal, Perdita, because I'm assuming whatever hits you next is also going to be a critical.
Size has no
even though that guy was stunned at the time.
Inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I actually meant to smite that guy directly with my sword, but apparently when it changed attack tabs, we got stuck with what it was on. That makes me a little salty. We could go we don't have fatal. You know what? That makes that fatal damage. It gives us a tiny heal, and I don't have to take another hit from the Chevalier. There's also another truckload of gold that we can't haul out of the dungeon.
And driven into the mud.
As we're back in default party order. We can't camp, and it almost feels like maybe now's the time for us to sort of beat feet. Our inventory is overburdened with stuff that we already can't carry. No, don't. Damn it, Perdita. Oh, well, okay. I mean, you resisted whatever that disease was. I'm assuming that was probably the Crimson Curse, but you held off. Our first hunger prompt of the entire dungeon, and now that I threw a stack of food on the floor, we're going to do nothing but get hunger. It'll be hunger prompts the rest of the way down. It's nothing but turtles all the way down now. It's nothing but starvation all the way down. You could use some more direct damage and healing. Whack that cortisone. Or shit it down your leg. Alternatively, also good. Sycophant giving us a little bit of damage there. Infallible Servitude's going to throw the guard. That's fine. As long as those two stay in that position, we're going to hit them both with a stun. Is my ultimate goal. Well, I mean, we got one of them.
Here comes the thirst. All right. Malvolio can take it. Malvolio needs to get started doing some damage here, though. Well, that's fatal damage if the bleed sticks. And it did. Sycophant is dead. Single target shot from Othello also got the kill. We actually killed 2 guys in the lead round. That's pretty good damage output. We got to get some healing going now. No, stay off of Perdido. God damn it. The one person we wanted to not get the Crimson Curse throughout this entire dungeon, and what does she do? Yeah, Crimson Curse, pretty much straight away. Well, now we have 2 Vestals that both have the Crimson Curse, and that simply won't... We can't really abide that. I can't have 2 Crimson Cursed Vessels that got no place to put them, which means one of them's getting fired. That's all there is to it. Somebody's getting shit canned. Also, our stress is mounting. I feel like maybe we pushed our luck a little bit too far. Yeah, we gotta take the pimp slap. Alright. We are pimp slapped and marked. You know what? Give yourself a big heal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I'm going for the restoration. Take me with that bleed. You already have fatal damage. I mean, I suppose we could just cure the bleed. Do some stress relief. The critical stress heals real good. We're gonna take another pimp slap here probably, but honestly I don't really mind. Or we're just gonna straight up obliterate that lady. You are damned. Now that we have the Crimson Curse, suddenly we're an unparalleled fighting machine. Like, we can't be stopped. Can't carry any of this. Alright, well, I can't, in good conscience, leave all of this swag just lying around on the floor. So I'm going to take the gold. I don't want to get rid of my bandages because we might need them, but I also don't want to get rid of the shovel because we might need that. And I don't want to leave the dungeon until we figure out what the hell this blue key does. Alright, that stuff's abandoned. We gotta find out where this blue key goes, and then we gotta put the blue key in it, because I don't think we can take that out of the dungeon or bring it back. Is that technically a trinket? Key of Reflection, blue. Way unlocks when you consider your weaknesses, not your strengths. Well, this team doesn't have any weaknesses. They really only have strengths, with the exception of the Crocodilian, who is the bane of their existence. So what we should be doing is considering the Crocodilian. You're bloodlusted. You are wasting. Let's not be doing that anymore. I like to drive my vampires to the brink of madness, depravity, and unholy consumption before I reward them with the crimson fluid that they so crave. Oh, you've gone back to passive? Alright, I guess your bloodlust wore off. And let's just wander around and absorb some stress here, guys. What do you say? Sound fun? Doesn't really sound fun at all. We're gonna go up to the north side of this passage and see if we can find, I'm assuming, maybe the blue key. Maybe the blue key actually opens this. Yeah, see? I knew this was gonna happen. We throw food on the floor and now it's gonna be hunger top to bottom, front to back, non-stop. All we're gonna take is hunger prompts. Let's go see if this room is opened by the blue key. It just showed a key icon. I guess it didn't show us what color that key was. Go to hell, bitch. Oh, you know what? Here. Since we're standing here. Talk to the hooded shrew. Yeah, alright. The hooded shrew was kind enough to give us a whole bunch of unwanted stress. Can we blue key this? Nope. Alright, so I mean my first instinct was correct. The key is actually not blue, it is yellow. Yes, I'm aware there's a locked gate. Oh right, I have to walk backwards through the whole thing and take huge amounts of stress. This is fair. They really should give you a way to turn around. Also, could you not put all of the stress on the same character every tick that we're taking? Every tick we take puts us one step closer to a fucking heart attack. So what happens if we leave the dungeon with the blue key in our possession? That's my question. Well, we're getting rid of some of this stress. Burn this. There we go. That's helpful. That got rid of most of what we got for walking backwards down the hallway, and now we can get rid of some more. 36, 34, 47, 46. You know what? I would really rather just...
A fortune.
Oh, this is gold.
Waiting to be spent.
Well, I mean, we can take 50 gold and a shovel, I guess. I would have much, much rather had stress relief. Didn't really need 50 gold and a spare shovel. Alright, so last time when we went to find our key, we basically just went straight ahead and found a key. What does this blue key unlock? Blood flowers. You know what? No. We could dig those up, but the thing is, we don't have any room for whatever we're going to dig out of that pot. So I don't really see any particularly compelling reason. Plus, we definitely have to come back anyway, unless we bail out of the dungeon. We can always hit that curio on the way back. Because our team's holding up really well. Womp the courtesan. That's solid starter damage. And you know what? Go for the double stun. One of these days, we're going to stun both. Alright. I was going to say one of these days we're going to manage to stun both courtesans at the same time, but one of these days we're also going to manage to stun neither of the courtesans, and today is that day. Show me your pimp hand. Take 11 damage across 2 targets. Predigestion. Oh! They yacked some blight on us. Alright. And gathered the blood. Take some damage. I'm thinking about how to organize my stress heals, but before we start worrying about stress heals, we gotta tone this down a little bit. That's fatal damage for you. Could go AoE heal. Would really rather just make sure that we can get this man dead. The thirst. Okay. You weren't hurt, so I'm not sure why you healed, and I really don't mind him taking damage at all. Although you did not... You piece of shit, you knocked. I was trying to set up to kill that man so he wouldn't swing, but she dashed forward and stepped in front of his death blow. Now Lady Macbeth got pre-digested. I guess it's better than post-digested. If you're pre-digested, there's still a chance you could not go into the mouth. To be like, oh, I'm digested, but not devoured. Kill both. And cure that blight. Who has the most stress? You do. Devour that. We're gonna get back. Here comes the thirst again. She keeps hitting us with the thirst because she's a little bit injured, but I mean, that is a stress attack, which is also unfortunate. Alright, our flagellant just ate a bunch of stress, so we're gonna get him some relief. We got most of that back. Start throwing some blight damage on this chick so at least we can start slowly working her down. 6 damage. She's 2 ticks from dead. Unless she hits us with the thirst again and heals. Nope, what's renewed appetite? She binged and purged! She purged all over us. That's exactly what that was. She's been binging, and now she purged. You have fatal damage, right? You do. Directed heal. Okay, I mean, that was a pretty amazing heal. You also have a buttload of stress, so let's garner some of that unto ourselves. You're gonna drop dead before we can manage to have Othello grind that back? Alright.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a
Slow and insidious killer. You know, I didn't really need a reminder, Wayne. I pretty much have that completely internalized now. I've probably heard you say that at least 500 times, so it's pretty much burned into my brain at this point. It's seared all the way in there. I'm never gonna forget it. And this is... Yep. Okay. Burn away the mist so we don't have to take stress. And, okay, so this is what the blue key... Good. Now we know where the blue key goes. It goes here. What do we find in here? Possibly the yellow key, I'm thinking. And definitely a fight of some variety. Almost without a doubt, we're going to be fighting in this room. Oh, son of a bitch.
Unnatural and abhorrent.
Okay. Well, this is actually a great spot for this fight to have occurred, honestly. We're towards the end of a dungeon. This is not a bad spot for this to have happened. It really isn't. Start throwing some blight around here. This guy is so blight resistant. This fight would be almost a non-issue if he weren't so damn blight resistant. We can't even swing at him. Just go for the stress heal. If we could get blights to stick on this guy reliably, we would have considerably less trouble with the crocodilian. But he won't bleed, and we can't blight him. Alright, 19 damage from an apex predator. At least it didn't critical, and it puts us down in the area where we can start throwing heals on ourselves. Big crit there. Stick a blight. Please start putting blights on this guy. We need to have a full stack of blight on him at all times. Uppercutting a punk ass felt pretty damn good right there, I'm not gonna lie. Tooth rake. I'm gonna take a little bleed attack here. I wish I hadn't thrown all my bandages on the floor. This shuffle really pisses me off, too. Holy Lance. You know what? Still Holy Lance. It's not gonna hit, but it will at least put our party back in order and we can do it off turn. Keep sticking blights on the crocodilian. Self-heal direct damage. We're gonna pummel this dude. This time, we got him. Another tooth rake. Alright, they're stacking it on the same target. I hate the move component of that attack. If it weren't for the move, I really feel like we could endure that. This guy's ticking for 23, though. Moving us back to the front. It's not that... You know what? Yes. Mace bash him. If he's gonna force us, we're gonna force him to move somebody else to the front. That's what we're gonna do. So, of course, it's our Plague Doctor. Beautiful. And we're bleeding. You know what? We can cure both of those bleeds, however. Back to the front. Eventually, we're gonna make it. So, battlefield bandage. This gets rid of both of our bleeds. He's down to 47. Finally, he's two... Okay, Malvolio, come to the front. That's my boy, Malvolio. Now we can uppercut this punk ass and put him back in a hurt locker. Come on. Oh, that's my boy. Yeah, get wrecked, crocodilian, you piece of crap. We got a monster heal out of that. Or mace bashing. If he's going to push you to the front, just sit there and smash him in the head with a stick. He's getting a lurking fear. This gives him the opportunity to heal. Right. Bag some blight on him. Holy Lance. No, holy... Oh, come on, Holy Lance, dog. He has fatal damage. He also missed! We've done it! You're... Oh, get ruined, you piece of garbage. I can afford to throw a restoration here. That's how much... This is how little regard I have for you. Just to make sure, I'm gonna smash him in the head with a stick again. Lick my turgid taint, crocodilian. Take the old tongue and just roto-rooter all the way up in there. Shameful locket. Highwayman only. Plus 10 accuracy, plus 3% crit, plus 15% stress. A huge bonus to virtue chance if you have the stress. That thing seems amazing. Like, we definitely want that. No, it's Jade, please. Who are you trying to kill? Party back in the proper order. You have a tiny bit of a... Oh, we do still have bandages. I thought we got rid of all those. All right, open this chest. What's in the Forgotten Strongbox? Yields a key. It's the yellow key, the key of guilt.
For a task well performed.
Well, I already thought we had abandoned them, so let's actually abandon them for true. And I still want all of the things here, but I think what I'm going to do is walk down here, use the yellow key, and then I think we're gonna bail. I don't see any particularly compelling reason to keep hanging around here. Also, we're gonna need some blood here in a moment. Bleeding artifact invites ailment. Well, what are you gonna do? Give me the Crimson Curse? We already have it. Craving. As long as nobody's wasting, I don't care. You guys can go blood mad for all I give a shit. All we're gonna do is come back. What if there's another crocodilian on the other side of that door, though? Are you equipped to handle a crocodilian if that's what's there? The answer is no. I'm not equipped to handle a crocodilian. I wonder if I can open the door without going through it. Or alternatively, if there is another crocodilian or possibly even the Baron or something more dangerous, what we could always do is just run away. There's no reason we couldn't just retreat from the battle and leave the dungeon. I don't want to leave the dungeon with the key in my inventory because I don't know what will happen to it. Can pure regret make the way clear to proceed? I mean, probably. Everybody has regrets. Blood, I must have the blood. Mostly my guys regret not having an ample supply of blood. Let's find some things to kill. Man, Perdita, you've gotten real bloodthirsty, girl. You used to be such a nice, innocent girl, and look what the world has done to you. Okay, so we can open it, but we don't have to go into it. And I really feel like this is the right play. Like, this is where we stop. We're tapping out. We're done. This is good. I really want to come back and hit all of these things before we go through this door. Because this could be the Baron fight. I mean, this dungeon has got to be done. We've been to every room. This place is huge, but there's so much good swag in here. You know what, P Swaggles? Oh, shit, Pickles. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, whew. We got lucky. I actually meant to walk backwards and my fingers were on the home row, so what I thought was WASD was actually SDENF. Okay, we can win this, though. We can win this. So, we don't want you giving buffs to everybody, because these Esquires actually hit kind of hard.
Sedated.
Let's see if we can kill the Esquire. Wow, we got really good... He's definitely dead. Sucks to be you. Sucks to your Asmar. That's okay, go ahead and mark Malvolio. It's about time you marked Malvolio. We want him getting hit, and you never actually go after him. Since she already got an action off, I don't see any particularly compelling reason to throw a stun at her. Let's hope we can win a speed roll and maybe get her with another stack of blight before she gets to go and get her to drop dead on her turn. That's the perfect dodge from Lady Macbeth. Throw a targeted heal at Lady Macbeth's way, because she's actually really good.
Can be healed, but never hidden.
Well, we're effectively one member away from the perfect trifecta of blood. All we really need is just a bloody plague doctor, and we'll have completed the ensemble. Oh, you know what? Uppercut a punk ass. Definitely dead, and we could use the heal. Well, might as well throw some more blight at these guys then. And you can womp this dude. Damn near a one-shot kill for Othello. Pre-digestion. We got this battle so well in hand, I kind of feel like maybe we should just grind down our stress a little. Very blast. Just does damage. We don't really care. Though the double stun makes stress relief nigh impossible. Fortison blighted out. Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks for... You know, we wanted to heal some stress. You didn't really need to pile on there. Let the stun tick out. The other stun tick out. You know what? Kill that man. I'm not taking another shot from that dude. Normally, there's nothing I love more than taking shots from dudes, but in this case, nah, I've had my fill, thanks. As long as that doesn't critical, we're in good shape. We're gonna get a little bonus stress relief here, and that's effectively all we're gonna get. So farm it out. Refusing healing. Jerk ass. You know, that doesn't make you brave or bold, it just makes you stupid. Stop refusing to be healed. And thanks to the stun, we didn't get our stress relief. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. So, I would rather have the busts. I'm just gonna have somebody drink the vial of blood. Who's got the worst? I'm here. Got the bloodlust going, that's fine. Not really gonna do us much good. We're gonna take the citrine because it's worth money. We're gonna dump the anti-venom. And then, now what? So, like, this may be where the Baron is. We're gonna have to do some full-on stress relief for the team. We're gonna have to pay everybody's way for stress. So here's what we're gonna do. Since we're gonna have to pay for stress relief, and we take 1 pip of stress for every hallway tile we walk through, and I want to scout these rooms the next time we come back. We're coming down here, we're gonna go up this tunnel, and we're gonna camp. Man, I really wish Perdita had not come down with the Crimson Curse, though. Because then what we could have done is leveled up our other Vestal, who also has the Crimson Curse. We could have hot-swapped them. Now I'm thinking our other Vestal, who has the Crimson Curse, may be getting shit-canned. I mean, I feel like there's maybe a pink slip in your future. We're gonna have to fight another hallway fight to get up here. Is that worth it? Well, we might as well do it now. I mean, better to get it out of the way. We got to get to this room. We're now wasting. We can, you know what? We will shovel this, because it's not like we're going to need any more shovels. What did we find? Absolutely sure there's no blood. Well, there isn't any blood. You're good. What do I want to get rid of? I mean, I don't really care about the jail. You know, we're not going to need these torches, so let's grab the crests. We're probably not going to need this food. And by probably, I mean we're just going to eat all the food. Anybody else willing to eat any of this? Oh, all right. Well, what we didn't use got wasted. Is there anything else we can throw on the ground? We don't really need that shovel. See you now, shovel. I'm coming out of here with as much filthy lucre as I can get my grubby little filthy mitts on. So there's a trap here, but we can't see it to disarm it. Why not? Is that it? That's it. Okay, so it's so hard to see the traps here. 60%, 70%. He did not disarm it.
Mind that such
Ow.
steps are the exception and not the rule.
Okay, I mean, that hurt. 15 damage. Ooh, he hit us with a bleed, too. This is not a terrifically terrifying fight, especially considering the fact that we have surprised the enemy. And you know what? We might be able to get rid of our own stress by just leaving these guys alive. And in fact, that's what I'm going to try and do. You are wasting. You know what? No. We're going to have you drink blood on your next turn. Throw some blight at this chick. And she is dead, right? She is dead. You get rid of some of Perfidious stress. Yeah, you, first off, drink a vial of blood, because I don't want you just dropping dead. And then, if we're going to go stress relief, let's go big. We'll try and grind it down, or alternatively, we'll try and grind all of it onto Malvolio. And we're going to leave these two guys alive so we don't have to take a Terry penalty, and I don't think either one of these dudes is capable of calling in reinforcements. So there goes our courtesan, and now stuff is going to get real boring, because it's just going to be a whole bunch of this. Just AoE heals out the butthole. You're going to be curing blight mostly, which is fine, because that can also critical, and then you're going to be removing his stress while he devours stress off of other people. As long as we're not taking critical munches here, we can do this effectively indefinitely, or until they call in reinforcements. If they call in reinforcements, we'll just kill them and get out of here. Yeah, that was very discourteous, lady.
A momentary
At least you did recognize your error and immediately rectify. She's like, oh, you know, that really wasn't very nice of me. Should take that back. Gonna get munched. Alright. I'm kind of content to just let the blight tick out. Who's got the most? 50. You still have the most stress. We took 7, which we're gonna get rid of.
compassion is a rarity.
Healed 15. Actually, we healed 17 aggregate. And 2 abilities. That's not terrible. This is going to be really dull. Like, really excruciatingly dull. We may stop a little early. If we can get a couple people down to, like, 0 stress, we may bag out a little ahead of the time. This does feel kind of cheesy. Pete, this is what the game is for. You got to take advantage of the cheese, man. If you want to just walk back into this dungeon sight unseen... Honestly, we don't really need to... Okay, here's the thing. If it weren't... With this fight, with this, now don't kill them though, we need those guys alive. With this fight in the dungeon, if we could grind enough stress off of this, we wouldn't really even need to leave except for the fact that we want to empty out our inventory. I mean, our stress is going to be effectively gone after we've ground this out enough. There's a little munch and crunch. Hey, we dodged one. Not gonna dodge two, though. Yeah, see, the critical is actually quite bad. Because that basically, like, negated our stress gains from last turn. We took 20, and we're gonna heal, like, I don't know, not enough, not close to 20. Maybe we should just take our advantages and go. It seems like the game is onto us. They're like, you know what, Pete? What you're doing here, you're abusing a mechanic, and we should get you to stop. And the way we're going to do that is make these guys critical every 3rd hit. I mean, they don't really have much else that they can do. It is for 5 damage around. There's no way that's ever going to get through our offense. Alright, well, now we have no choice but to kill him because you're an asshole. Alright, who has the most? 46, 42. That's fatal damage, so... nope, it didn't stick. We didn't stick the blight. Oh, well. You know, we'll get it. Eventually, we can't afford to wait too long or we're going to start taking Terry penalties. So probably we'll have Perdita and the Plague Doctor try and cap him off. That could... no, I don't want... that could kill him. We're going to kill him with blight damage 1 round at a time. So that's... or maybe not, because we can't actually get a blight to stick on him. 38, grind that. And this way we'll take it down enough where maybe we only have to do stress relief on just Malvolio. Yeah, we really wanted you to not pass there, though. We kind of needed that stress relief. Self-stress healed 15. I like that a great deal. But a group heal. There's some more free stress relief. Alright. So, grind his. And if you get afflicted, you know what? I honestly kind of don't even care. This is... we'll get out of this and we'll only have to really do stress relief for like 1 person. Stick the blight. There it is. Alright, so that's fatal damage. This is our last round. 16, 19, and 19 go here. And if Malvolio could get off 1 more stress heal, that'd be great. Alright, there's a little free stress relief. 19, 6, 19, 16. Alright, grab that. Grab that from Lady Macbeth.
Well
Just
struck.
double check. Alright, that's the end of the fight. What did we get for an emerald and some crests? We'll take the crests. Swap the jade for an emerald, I feel like is the right move here. So let's get rid of you. Grab you. Blightstones we have like 9 of, so I'm just going to throw that on the floor. We're going to come to this room. And now we're going to bail out because our inventory is full. We have as much... I'm P Swaggles. We have as much... we'll suffer the stress of defeat. Shouldn't suffer the stress of defeat. They did a good job.
But not the end of things.
P Swaggles is walking out with this swag. And in this case, most of our swag is going to constitute heirlooms. But still, that's a lot of heirlooms. Quick reflexes replaced. Cove Adventurer, that's good. Weak grip is absolutely terrible. That's got to go. And Healer's Gift replaced Eldritch Hater. That's actually a downgrade. I have discovered that the one very serious disadvantage to coming into the courtyard is that you don't get EXP.
Could be heard from the tavern.
Kind of sucks. Those guys have done a lot of missions and done a lot of good work, and they're not getting anything out of it, really. So we're gonna need a week off at a minimum. Othello, we'll get rid of your stupid weak grip has got to go. We just can't handle that. Why the leather straps? Well, I think you know why. Also, if we don't use the leather straps, you keep going back to the madam and be like, hey, I want my money back. Malvolio can't flagellate because the caretaker is in there. Well, I guess maybe we're taking 2 weeks off or we're subbing you in for Romeo. One of the two. Maybe we'll sub you in for Romeo, I guess. Although I do hate to break these two up. Although, honestly, breaking them up is what they needed. Breaking them up would have saved 2 dynasties. And breaking up this episode will save my sanity. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. The caretaker. You know, there's no way we can up the number of, like, can we up that number? Can we get another one? If we will, I will pay it. If we can get another slot here for upgrades, I will do it. Yeah, you know what? That's a much easier way to handle this. We'll pay the small penalty, and then we'll just put Malvolio in. This way I don't have to murder 2 weeks, I only have to murder 1 week, and I don't have to break up Romeo and Juliet's love, which, you know, I don't really feel that great about, but I feel okay about it. You know, if they want to ride together, die together, that's their choice. If If you want to drop a like down in the comment section, you might do that. Support really does mean a lot. If you want to see the culmination of our dungeon run, I'm feeling like we got to be getting close to the Baron. We've been in there like 5 times. We got to be close. You want to catch that, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon from my newly enhanced flagellation palace. Give me that cat of 9s, baby. Oh, it hurts so good.